In this video, I am going to be discussing 5 signs that you're doing well financially, even if sometimes it doesn't even feel like it. Number 1, you have an emergency fund. An emergency fund, basically 3 to 6 months of living expenses tucked away in a savings account, preferably a high yield savings account because it pays you out more interest. High yield savings accounts tend to pay somewhere around 3 to 5% in interest. So, yeah, you have an emergency fund because, guys, we all know things are getting more expensive. Gas prices are going up. People are gonna have to stretch their household budgets. And a statistic that I found was that 67% of Americans are living check to check. So that means 67% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, meaning all their money is gone after their utilities and things of that nature. They don't have any money left over at the end of the month to save. And 43% of Americans can't even cover an emergency fund. 43% of Americans don't have an emergency fund. So that means if something was to happen to you today, like a medical bill or car repair bill or anything like that, or you lose your job or income stops flowing in, or you have something unexpected happen that you didn't plan for, you're one that thing will likely send you into debt. Because what end up happening is when people don't have an emergency fund and when people get that unexpected bill that they can't afford to pay, they're gonna use credit. They're gonna use credit cards that charge on an average 20 to 30% in interest. And then they're gonna be in debt and they're gonna wind up in credit card debt. So guys, my advice is to start out, set your first goal to get to $1,000. $1,000 for an emergency. 1,000. After that, bump that up to 3 to 6 months, and keep that in a high yield savings account, and only touch that for emergencies only. Number 2, you have consistent 401k savings. 40% of Americans don't have any retirement savings, and so many Americans, because cost of living has gone high, they're having to withdraw all their 401k savings. Guys, it's so important to save for retirement because so many Americans are saying now that in this tough economic time for some people and for a lot of people, retirement, so many Americans say they will never be able to retire. Some say they won't be able to retire at age of 65, and some say they will not be able to retire at all because they have no 401k savings. Or even when people retire, some people are going to have to go back to work because they realize that they didn't save enough or they just don't have anything. And guys, that's a scary thing to be in, where you can't even save, or you can't even save in general. So my advice is, if you're one of them, see ways where you could cut back. And this brings me to my next point, because this is why people cannot save, in my opinion. This is the biggest wealth killer. 4 letters. DEBT. Debt. Where you keep owing people money. You keep owing creditors money. The wealthy, they don't let their debt control them, and they avoid consumer debt. That's another sign you're doing well financially. Your debt doesn't control you, and you're not stressed out about it. Guys, debt will stress you out. Debt is the reason why you can't sleep at night. Debt is the reason why you're so anxious. You have a big car note. You're in credit card debt. You have personal loans. You have student loans that you can't even pay back. Don't let debt control you. And also, with this point, making to this, they avoid consumer debt, or they make it a top priority to get out of consumer debt. Guys, consumer debt does not appreciate, it depreciates. Cars don't appreciate, they depreciate, meaning they go down in value. So many Americans have gotten to an underwater loan, meaning they owe more than what the car is worth. If the car is worth 5,000, but they still owe 9,000, your negative equity is $4,000. So you're underwater $4,000. And so many Americans, when they go to trade in their car, they realize that they're in an underwater loan. I mean, they owe more than what the car is worth. So, guys, my advice is just to, if you're in consumer debt, get out of it as soon as you can. Get out of credit card debt. See what you can do with that. Maybe make a little bit more extra payments. Don't keep making the minimum payment on that, because that's how they get you. Because the interest is gonna just keep recurring. The interest is gonna just keep going up. The interest is gonna just keep occurring on the balance. You're gonna end up owing more. So many Americans are on credit card debt, all because that they don't have an emergency fund. A lot of Americans have to put an emergency expense on a credit card that charges 20 to 30% interest. Number 4, and to me this is the foundation to build wealth. You live below your means. You have money left over at the end of the month. An example would be living below your means is your income. So your income is $5,000 in a month. Your expenses come out to $2,000 or $3,000. I don't know, depending on where you live and how high is the cost of living. You have left $2,000 at the end of the month to save it or to invest it. Me personally, I would save it and invest it. I would get the 3 to 6 month emergency fund, then invest the rest, because you don't want to be sitting on too much cash, because you're missing out on real growth in the stock market with the average return at S&P 500 about 10%. Keep in mind that past market returns don't guarantee future market returns, so keep that in mind too. Number 5, this is the last point. You have peace of mind. You can sleep at night. You have overall peace of mind. Like me, guys, I have peace of mind. I'm living a dream. I got an emergency fund. I got a fully funded emergency fund. I consistently save in my 401k, and my company even matches me. You guys also, if you're taking advantage of the company's 401k, at least save to get the full 401k match. At least save that, because that is a 100% return on your investment before the stock market does anything, before the market does anything, before your investments does anything. That's an automatic 100% return every time. So invest in that. But yeah, guys, I have peace of mind. I'm not worried about finance. I'm not stressed about nothing, because life is great, because I put the work in, and I'm still putting in the work. I'm still trying to build it. But guess what? I have peace of mind while doing it, and I'm not stressed out because I don't owe this person money. I don't owe that person money. I stay out of debt. I don't sign on car loans that I know I can't afford. I don't co-sign for people, because that's what people get. That's what people get messed up too. They co-sign for friends and family members. By the way, I made a video about that before. You guys go check that out. So yeah, guys, just overall, just peace of mind in your financial life. That's another sign you're doing well financially. And to me, the peace of mind is probably the best one. Because if something happens, you're not worried. Debt doesn't control you. You don't have to get up and go to work every day just to pay off debt. It's that you can go to work and enjoy the fruits of your labor instead of paying the car off, instead of paying the credit card. Like, this just hit me because I was listening to someone yesterday. Y'all go tap in with Shields Media. He giving great advice. He said, it feels so good. He said, it feels so good to not have to go to work to pay for something or to make payments on something that's helping you get to work. And honestly, after I heard that, I was thinking about that, like, yeah, it does feel good. It feels good not to have to go to work just to pay for something that's helping you get to work. So at the end of the day, the car is just transportation. You get to point A to point B. But yeah, guys, just financial peace of mind. And if some of these don't check off with you, it's okay. You gotta just keep putting in the work and just stay focused to find ways where you could cut back and just continue to get financially literate and then get out of consumer debt. Because to me, when a person is struggling, it starts with them becoming literate, realizing where they messed up, get out of debt, and establish living below their means. Because that's how you are able to save for an emergency fund. That's how you are able to build consistent 401k savings. And that's how you're able to invest for your retirement. And that's how you're able to build wealth. And that's how you're able to live a good life and have peace of mind.